So, good afternoon, class. Now, for today, we'll study, okay, this region, where we find the largest salivary gland. This gland here, you call parotid. Ang ibig sabihin ng otic, ear. Okay? When you say para, it means beside. So this is a salivary gland which is beside the ear. Kaya ang pangalan niya, parotid gland. So we study this region where you have this gland and study the structures related to this salivary gland here. Okay, that's parotid region. And then we study also the area of your head, okay, on the side of your head, okay, which is bounded by the red temporal lines. Ang pangalan nito, temporal fossa. Fossa is depression, right? So we study the structures that you find here in the temporal fossa, the muscles, the nerves, the blood vessels, okay? And then the fascia. And then if this is temporal fossa, where my hand is, between the ramus of the mandible and the pharynx, kung saan nandun ang kamay ko, infratemporal fossa. Infra means below. So study temporal fossa, you study infratemporal fossa. Okay? So you study all the structures that you find there. So we start with the parotid region. Okay? Now here, you find that the parotid gland is pyramidal in shape. This one here is found below your zygomatic arch and in front and below your pinna of the ear. At the base there. And the apex is here between the ramus of the mandible. If you have the mandible there, this is the body and these are the rami. So you have one ramus here and another ramus there. You have the angle between the body and the ramus. So itong apex ng parotid gland, nasa palitan ng ramus ng mandible, so may angle, and the sternocleidomastoid. Okay? What kind of secretion do you have here? It's purely serous. It's purely watery. Okay? It's purely watery. It is the largest of the big salivary glands. The other glands are the following. Okay? Meron kayong glands, big salivary gland, na nasa ilalim ng dila, sublingual. Merong gland na nandito sa submandibular triangle, submandibular gland. But this one here is the largest. This is, okay, related with your ear, beside the ear. This is parotid gland. Okay? And if you have the parotid gland, the watery secretion is now, okay, passing here in a 2 inches long duct. And this duct here, you call this parotid duct or you call this Stenson's duct. Okay? Saan siya dadaan? Sa labas ng superficial to the master muscle. And then, ano gagawin niya? Tutusukin niya yung baby fat, buccal pad of fat, na nagko-cover dito sa buccinator, right? Buccal pad of fat. And then there will be a fascia covering the buccinator, you call that bucopharyngeal fascia. And then tinusok na yung buccinator. And this will be found there in your oral cavity, which is called oral vestibule. Dito siya, yung top. Okay? Between the lips and cheeks outside, so between the cheeks outside and the teeth inside, ang pangalan dito oral vestibule. And the parotid duct, doon magpupunta sa oral vestibule at the level of the second molar tooth. Okay? So you have here your senses duct. Papunta siya sa oral vestibule. Now, if you have the parotid gland, meron siyang covering, immediately covering that, a fibrous capsule. You call this the fibrous capsule, the pink one. But outside this, there is now a connective tissue. It's a fascia. You call this parotid fascia. Okay? And this fascia here is derived from the deep cervical fascia of the neck. Nakatandaan pa nyo? Yung nag-i-invest the trapezius. and then forming the roof for the posterior. Invest here your sternocleidomastoid muscle and forms the roof for your anterior triangle. And ano gagawin niya? Okay, covers your submandibular gland here, forms the submandibular fascia, tapos akit siya, covers your parotid gland. It becomes your parotid fascia, and attached there to the base of the skull. So, anong clinical significance ito? When you have swelling of the parotid gland, na may beke kayo halimbawa, and it's called viral parotitis, namamaga, swollen ang parotid gland. Swollen, malaki siya, pero itong parotid fascia na galing sa investing of the neck, nagko-cover dito sa sternocleidomastoid, investing fascia, unyielding siya, masyado siyang matibay, hindi siya may stretch. Pero yung nasa loob niya, lumalaki ang parotid gland and it's producing pain. So it's painful pag meron kayong marks na beki kayo, masakit. Kasi nga, yung parotid fascia, ayaw niyang mag-stretch. Pero lumalaki yung parotid gland. Okay? And why is it that it's painful when you chew? Now, there is a joint here, which is the most commonly used joint in the body. And this is the one that you use when you chew, when you eat. This is your temporal mandibular joint between temporal bone and the mandible. So this is the one that you need when you chew, when you eat. Okay? So the temporal, the TMJ, you can move it down, so you open the mouth. You can move it up, elevate. You can elevate your mandible. You close the mouth. You can protract it, move it forward. You can retract it, move it backward, or you move side to side. So temporal mandibular joint is the joint that you use when you chew. Eh bakit masakit kapag meron kayo parotitis? Bakit masakit pag nag-chew? Because there is now an extension of the parotid gland dun sa likod ng TMJ. Okay? So meron siyang extension na nandito sa likod. Ang tawag doon, glenoid process. And there's a reason why it's painful when you chew. Because of that part of the parotid gland that you see behind the temporal mandibular joint. Okay. Now, if you have the parotid gland, okay, ano clinical importance ito? Okay, because if you have the parotid gland, there are so many structures that you find outside and within that, na kapag may tumor sa limbawa, okay, either benign or malignant, cancerous, it can affect these structures. Okay? Like for example, you have the nerve here na dumadaan, ito yung mastoid process, right? And then styloid process, temporal bone. Tapos may butas siya doon. Between mastoid and styloid process, ayun yung butas. You call that stylomastoid foramen. And here, in this foramen, doon dumadaan ang cranial nerve number 7. What is 7? Fascia. Okay? So you have cranial nerve number 7 passing in the stylomastoid foramen. There. Okay? So labas na yung facial nerve. Okay? So bago pumasok yan sa loob ng parotid gland, magbibigay muna siya ng posterior auricular branch para supplyan yung occipitalis muscle dito, posterior auricular. So occipitalis muscle is supplied by fascia, posterior auricular. Tapos pasok siya dito. Pasok na siya dito sa parotid gland. And this will divide into 5 terminal branches. Okay? To supply the muscles of the face. So the muscles of the face can move. Okay? And so what are the branches? You have your temporal, you have zygomatic, you have buccal, you have mandibular, you have your cervical. Ano to ulit? Temporal. So yung nagsusupply ng frontalis, upper part orbicularis, anterior auricular, tapos ito, zygomatic. So susuplayan niya yung mga muscles dito sa baba ng eyes. Buccal, dito sa cheeks. Itong mga muscles sa ibaba ng lower lip, this is mandibular. And then the platysma is supplied by cervical. So these are the muscles that will be supplied by these branches, 5 terminal branches of the fascia. So ito yung nasa loob. And actually, this is the one that divides your parotid gland into superficial and deep. Now, what's the clinical importance now? If you have a tumor here and it's benign, hindi siya cancerous, ma-apekto kaya itong facial nerve? No. Unless it's malignant, it's cancerous, then you can most likely affect this. And so what happens then? You will injure the facial nerve. And if you injure the facial nerve, for example, that is on the left side, and you know that the left side will be supplied by your left facial nerve and the right by the right facial nerve. And so if this is not okay, kasi merong malignant tumor, merong cancer dun sa parotid gland there, and this is okay, and this is not okay. You ask the patient to close his eyes. Ito, okay, ang orbicularis oculi, so you can close your eyes. But this one is open. You ask the patient to smile, of course you have zygomaticus major, you cannot do that. You cannot do that here on the left side. Okay? So your facial nerve will be affected if there are cancerous tumors of your parotid gland. Okay? So what are the structures that you find inside? Yung mga artery at saka vein, actually nasa labas. Kaya lang, yung parotid, yung kamay ko parotid, nasa labas na siya, pero inipit siyang gano'n. So parang nasa loob na rin siya. Okay, so that you can consider them to be structures within the parotid gland. You have arteries and veins. So anong artery ang nandun? Now here, inside the parotid gland, there's an artery. And this artery here is called external carotid. Okay, ito external carotid. So left side yan, so ito, left common carotid, branch ng arch of aorta. This is thyroid cartilage at the upper border. This one divides into external carotid. And this one here is internal carotid. Ang internal carotid, dire-diretso sa cranial cavity. Okay? Tapos, wala siyang direct branch sa labas ng head at saka neck. Wala. Direct branch, wala. Supratrochlear, supraorbital are indirect branches of internal carotid. Wala siyang direct. Okay? Siya ang magsusupply sa harapan ng brain. Anterior part of the brain is supplied by internal carotid. Itong external carotid, siya yung nasa loob ng parotid gland. So you find this inside the parotid gland. So ito yung nasa loob. Here. Okay? And this one will have so many direct branches superficial to the neck and the head. Diba? Nandiyan yung facial, occipital, osteoretral. At itong external carotid na nasa loob ng parotid gland, at the level of the neck of the mandible, if you have the mandible here, this one here is the ramus, and that is the body, this is the ramus, and there are two processes there. Coronoid, and this is condyloid, or this is the head, this is the neck. Okay? So, at the level of the neck of the mandible, yung external carotid na nasa loob ng parotid gland, magbibigay ng dalawang terminal branches. Yung isa papasok sa loob ng infratemporal fossa, doon sa loob. Okay, medial, sa loob ng, sa other side ng ramus ng mandible. And that is, the green one, internal maxillary. Tapos itong kulay blue is superficial temporal artery. So what are the terminal branches? Internal maxillary. Siya yung nandito sa loob ng infratemporal fossa. So yung superficial nandito, pero yung internal maxillary nandito sa loob. Sa infratemporal fossa. The branches of what? External carotid. So ano nga ang nasa loob ng parotid gland? Anong nerve ang nasa loob? Anong nerve ang nasa loob? Facial nerve. And this will supply the muscles of facial expression on the same side. Anong artery ang nasa loob? Okay? External carotid. Sagot kayo kasi I have some slides to show you. Okay? Projection. Okay? And I'm the person na if I feel you don't understand, uulit-ulit ako, makulit ako. Okay? So you have to make me feel you understood. So what are the terminal branches of external carotid na nasa loob ng parotid gland? Internal maxillary and superficial temporal. So yun yung artery sa loob, external carotid. Anong vein naman nasa loob? Itong superficial temporal artery, gawin na lang natin red. Superficial temporal artery, may kasamang superficial temporal vein, parehong pangalan. Internal maxillary artery, may kasama internal maxillary vein. Tapos yung dugo dyan, pabalik sa heart. So itong dalawa na to, magsasama sila to form the vein inside your parotid. So here, anong vein to? Superficial temporal. Tapos internal maxillary. Anong vein yung nasa loob? Retromandibular or posterior fascia. Okay? Ano to ulit sa loob? Retromandibular. Another name? Posterior fascia. Kasi ang anterior fascia nandito, there. So ito ang anterior fascia. Ito, nasa loob ng parotid, ano siya? Posterior fascia. And posterior fascia will divide into two. Anterior division at saka posterior division. Anterior division at saka ito, posterior division. Ang posterior division sasama sa vein na sa likod ng tenga. Ano yun? Posterior what? Auricular. Para maging vein sa labas ng external cleidomastoid. Ano nga ito? Ano na alam nyo? External tubular vein. Okay? Tapos ito namang anterior division ng retromandibular sasama sa ano to? Anterior fascia para maging common fascia. Ano ngayon yung common fascia? Yung common fascia naman pupunta doon sa vein sa loob ng sternocleidomastoid. Ano yung vein sa loob? Internal tubular vein. Okay? So this will be now, okay, so in summary, there are structures that you find within the parotid gland. Ano nga yung nerve ulit? Fascia. And these are supplying the muscles so you can move your face on the same side. Anong artery? External parotid. And anong vein? Retromandibular or posterior fascia. And then of course you have your parotid lymph nodes. So may mga lymph nodes dito, mga ganyan. Okay? So it's superficial gland, yung mga bawa may infection o cancer dito sa scalp, sa harapan, o kaya dito sa itaas ng face. Okay, pwedeng magkakaroon ng kuyukulani dyan, right? Okay, or the deeper part coming from the nasal cavity, pharynx, sa middle ear. Okay? So, this will be now affecting your parotid lymph nodes na nandoon sa loob. So these are structures that you find, okay, within the parotid gland. Okay. The parotid gland is a visceral gland. So this is involuntary, right? And this one is supplied by autonomics. So either sympathetic and parasympathetic. And to make your parotid gland secrete, you need a nerve, and that is glossopharyngeal. And how do you remember this? All the exocrine glands here in the head, okay, like lacrimal, nagpapaluha, nasal, sa sipon, laway, sublingual, submandibular dito, submandibular. Ang magpapasikrit niyan, fascia. Okay? And the only exocrine gland that is not supplied by facial is this one, supplied by, what's this? Glossopharyngeal. And what is this? Parotid. And for the latecomers, when you say otic, you are referring to the ear. Para means beside. So it's a salivary gland beside the ear. It's in front and below your pinna, okay, of the external ear. So that is supplied by glossopharyngeal. And when you have autonomics, you have two neurons before that gland secrete. Preganglionic neuron and post. Okay. So ano ang preganglionic neuron? So if you have here your brainstem, and at the lower part of the pons, and you'll study this, okay, in micro, at the lower part of the pons, you have here your inferior salivatory nucleus. and the absence of which, passing through your glossopharyngeal line, okay, will be the preganglionic. Tapos yan, magsisinapse sa isang grupo ng neurons, ang tawag dito, ganglion. This is otic ganglion. Okay. Ang otic ganglion, parasympathetic ganglion ng 9, glossopharyngeal. Yung axon siya, postganglionic. Postganglionic. And this one now will be going to make your parotid gland secrete. Okay? So you need two motor neurons, preganglionic and postganglionic, right? Pre, from inferior salivatory nucleus at the lower part of the pons, just near the medulla, and then the preganglionic, the axons of which are preganglionic, synapsing with otic ganglion. So pag nadinig niyo otic ganglion, glossopharyngeal yun. Papunta yun sa parotid gland. Okay? So that will be now the parotid area. Let's go now to the temporal and infratemporal fossa. So here now, you have the lateral view of your skull. And where is my stick? Okay. You have now here, what bone is this? Frontal. Ito. Parietal. Ito. Temporal. And this is flat, so you call this squamous. And this is mastoid. Mastoid means, mastoid is breast. So when you remove the breast mastectomy, right? Mastoid process. Xyloid process is temporal. And the tympanic plate is part of the external acoustic nerve. So temporal ito lahat. Tapos ito, ano to? Occipital. Meron ditong parte, okay? It's really a part of parietal bone. And this is this part where it joins your, this is radial wing of the sphenoid, as you see it outside on the lateral side. But then when you see this at the floor, sa cranial fossa, ito yung greater wing of the sphenoid. And it has openings, rotundum, ovale, and spinosum, right? Rotundum, ovale, spinosum. Okay? And this is the greater wing of sphenoid here. Now, there is a anterior inferior angle of the parietal bone na manipis yan. And it's a landmark. You call this terion. Okay. Like wing, okay? And this one here is where parietal bone joins with frontal, sphenoid, temporal. Pag nababok ang ulo nyo dito sa lateral part, manipis yan, it can fracture. And when this one fracture, there is an artery inside, lying on the dura, ang tawag, dumadaan sa spinosum. Ano yun? Middle meningeal. And the middle meningeal artery can rupture. And you'll be having bleeding outside the dura. And you call that one? Epidural or extradural hemorrhage. Okay? Epidural. Okay. So here, okay, you find now your, this is your temporal fossa. You find now here a single line passing the frontal, parietal, tapos temporal. Then nag-split siya. These are superior and inferior temporal lines. And this will be forming boundary, superior and posterior boundary of the temporal fossa. At kahit na sinabi siyang temporal line, dumaan siya sa frontal at saka sa parietal. Okay? And when you look at this, the external inferior boundary is the zygomatic arch. The blue bone here is zygomatic, the cheekbone, zygomatic. The orange one is upper jaw, maxilla. Okay? And of course, this is temporal. Okay? And this is your zygomatic arch. And the zygomatic arch, this part belongs to zygomatic bone. That part comes from temporal and they join. So this is part of zygomatic, but this is going to the temporal, so this temporal process of zygomatic bone. This is part of temporal, pero papunta zygomatic process of the temporal. Tapos meron siyang ano dito, meron siyang articular tubercle. Kita nyo to? Okay, this one here is what? Articular tubercle. And this is important part of the TMJ, temporomandibular joint. Articular eminence or tubercle. Okay? Now here, so pag nandiyan ang temporal foci sa labas, ito yung inferior boundary niya. Right? Okay. But then, if you remove now your zygomatic arch, so we can see inside. And what we see now is the infratemporal fossa. So, tatanggalin natin si zygomatic arch. Okay? And then remove part of the ramus. You have coronoid here, and then this is head, and that is neck. Tatanggalin din natin siya. Okay? Part of the ramus. And so you have here the ramus of the mandible, and then you have removed zygomatic arch, and then you have now here your greater wing of sphenoid. There. Okay? This greater wing of what? Sphenoid. And then you find here, there is a part of the sphenoid as well. This one here is your lateral pterygoid plate. Can you agree na to? There. And you can see this one better kung titignan nyo yung ibaba. Okay? Pterygoid means wings. So this is lateral pterygoid plate. Okay? So when you see this here, ito yun, lateral pterygoid plate. And when you see that there, in the infratemporal fossa, that's it. This is lateral pterygoid plate. Ano itong kulay orange na bone? Ano itong buto na to? Maxilla. Okay? So, ano tinanggal natin dito? Zygomatic arch and part of the ramus, right? And so now here, kung mayroon zygomatic arch na intact and externally, the temporal fossa is bounded below the zygomatic arch. But then if you remove that, what is the inferior boundary of your infratemporal fossa? And this is this one. Ano yung kulay? You have now here your violet one. Okay, this one here is hindi makita. That will be infratemporal crest. There. Okay? That is at elevation at the lower part, infratemporal crest. So yun ang inferior boundary of the temporal fossa kapag tinanggal mo yung zygomatic arch. But that is a superior boundary of the infratemporal fossa. And the lower boundary is inferior border of, what's this? Mandible. And the front is, what is this? Posterior tuberosity of maxilla. And at the back is this one. What is this? Ano itong matulis na yan? Styloid process. We are now having the boundaries of the infratemporal fossa. Okay? And then, laterally, you find this. Ano itong tinat nyo? Ramus. So kamay ko, ramus yan, laterally. Pero sa medial, ayun siya. Ano to? Lateral pterygoid plate is medial. And ramus of the mandible is what? Lateral. So that's infratemporal fossa. Okay? Now here, since we'll be studying your temporal bone and your mandible, okay? Pakilala muna natin yung mandible. Ano ba mga parts ng mandible? Where's the mandible here? Ay, ito. This is the lower jaw. This is the body, and you have two rami. When the body joins the ramus, you have the angle. Okay? So you have now here your body, and these are the rami, singular ramus. And when the ramus joins the body, you call this angle. Okay. During the fetal life, dalawa yung mandibular processes ng first bronchial arch, right? Tapos mag-unite lang silang ganun. Okay? Tapos, very dito. Yun ang dalawang mandibular processes. Ang tawag dito, menti is chin. Okay? Sabi nung kanina, symphysis pubis lang. Symphysis menti. Okay? Okay. So this is symphysis menti, right? Yung dalawang mandibular processes. And then here, below the body, this is the base of that's the base of the mandible. Okay? And At the upper part of the body, when you say alveolus, it means tooth. So when you're referring to your lower teeth, ano tawag doon? Inferior alveoli. And if you have nerve going to the lower teeth, ano tatawagin nyo kaya? Inferior alveolar nerve. Okay? So sa itaas ng body, may mga alveolar processes. May sockets for enlargement of teeth. Dito sa likod ng third molar tooth, may space. Na kapag halimbawa may tetanus, bawa may tetanus at hindi maibukas-bukas itong bibig na to. Okay? Paano nyo papakainin yung pasyente? Dito sa retromolar space. Ito inalagay yung tubing, right? Merong space doon sa likod ng third molar tooth, the wisdom tooth. Ang tawag doon? Retromolar space. Okay? And below your second premolar teeth, you have openings there. Ano yung term mo sa sa chin? Mental. So you call this mental foramen. Okay, for the mental nerve and vessels. Okay? Ngayon, kung titingnan nyo, itong mga mandible doon sa itaas, kapag matagal na nawala ng ngipin, na absorb, nag-dissolve yung bony tissue. Okay? Kaya nawawala na, lumiliit na itong mandible na yan, right? Kasi nag-dissolve, pag matagal na nabunutan ng ngipin yan. Okay? So mas maliit, mag-iiba yung face. Kasi lumiliit na yung mandible. Okay? And then, you have here the ramus, and then you have two processes. One is coronoid, and that is in front. The other one is condyloid process. And you call this the head, and this is your neck, and this is mandibular notch. Okay? So this is the one that you see outside. Outside. How about the internal surface? Ano yung mga features niya? And so these are the features that you see inside. You have now here your mandible, the internal surface. And there's an opening here. Doon sa loob. Kung ang tawag dito ay mental foramen, ito ang tawag dito mandibular foramen. Yung mandibular foramen, may dumadaan siyang nerve na hinahagip nung dentista bago kayo bunutan ng ngipin sa baba. Ano tawag sa ngipin sa baba? Ano yung mga nerve doon? Inferior alveolar nerve. So, yun ang ina-anesthetize ng dentista. And there is a ligament because if you have here your mandibular foramen, meron siyang bony projection sa harapan. Ang tawag doon, lingula. Tapos yung lingula na yan, may naka-attach na ligament na naka-attach the spine sa foramen spinosum, right? Okay, which is sphenoid. This is sphenomandibular ligament. Yung sphenomandibular ligament ay isa sa mga ligament to strengthen the temporomandibular joint. At yan ang kinakapa ng dentista. Kasi sa ilalim niya, ano yung nerve na nasa ilalim niya? Inferior alveolar. So pag nakapa niya yan, yung ligament na yan, sa fibrous tissue to, sa ilalim noon, pwede na niyan tusukan, right? And anesthetize. Okay? And that opening mandibular foramen is now continuous in a canal na hindi naman yung nakikita nasa loob ng buto. Ang tawag doon, mandibular canal. So doon dumadaan yung inferior alveolar nerve kasi susuplayan niya yung mga lower teeth na yan. At paglabas niya dito, eto na siya. Mental nerve. Here in the mental foramen. Supplying the skin here for ordinary sense. Skin in the chin. Are you following? Okay. So that will be now your mandibular foramen. But there will be from your, okay, before your inferior alveolar nerve, okay, before the inferior alveolar nerve enters your, ano nga ito? Mandibular foramen, bago siya mag-enter dyan. Okay? So the inferior alveolar nerve will enter there. Before it enters, there is a